Okay, I started to go ahead and drop the first idea, but then after I had did like 30 minutes right of the upload, and like 30 minutes of the upload went through, and after I stopped it, it was good. It felt good too, but then I'm like, you know what? Do I care enough to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, did I care enough to want to put it out like that? You know what I'm saying? So, did I care enough to want to relive that energy? But I was like, what about giving the people some heads up on what to understand? So it was a way for me to consolidate that consolidate it even more tighter. So it's not directly a point at circumstance. But I'm going to show you about me more over than anything. That makes it more dynamic. You know, we hard-headed, right? I've been hard-headed. When I was little, I was hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? Like, used to get beat for not doing my homework, shit like that. You know, get in trouble for shit. I be gone all day. You got to come find me and shit. I ain't never where you left me, you know what I'm saying, when I was a kid. So, here we are as adults. And you don't have somebody right there to be like, look, make sure you do this, or look at that. You ain't see that right there? Watch this. You don't got that. So, a lot of times when we play off of situations that happen and we just let them fall off our back, that wasn't what you were supposed to do. You get different signs and shit. Sometimes when you initiate a situation and you in a situation, you got to watch how free somebody is with you. You got to know. You got to watch the temperature, how things switch from one thing to another. These are all red flags. You got to watch the contingency of how somebody would still deal with something that they call a past situation. And then you got to listen to the words people say, because sometimes the words is there just to keep you in a circumstance. This is all things I was victim to in my last situation. I played myself because it wasn't like I didn't see the red flags. I just, majority of the time, in my life, I come from where a lot of people say I analyze too much. I look too deep in this shit. So I guess I let that take advantage of me in a thought pattern, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I'm not going to think too deep. I'm going to isolate this shit and I'm going to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I thought I was doing when I was playing myself. Hold on. So, to understand, like, how things go, you don't got to beat yourself up. Like, how can you be mad at yourself when you're not aware? There's nothing wrong with not being aware. You know what I mean? And some people so aware, they're not aware that what they're doing is causing people problems. So it's not like a reason to point the finger, and it's not a reason to beat yourself up off not knowing. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to know everything. You're not going to be on point for everything that's taking place. Like, and there's different levels to how people can manipulate energy to serve them better. That's just like how butterflies and moths are very similar, but the moth got to live off the dim light of the night, and the butterfly can utilize the sun. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure that moth wish he was a butterfly, you know? You know, dragonflies enter through 3 different dimensions. They come out of an egg, then they go into the water, and then they come out in the air. Shit is deep. That's just the level of how people think about certain things that's going to serve them. But when you get mixed up in the understanding of things that you don't know, don't beat yourself up and be like, yo, da-da-da-da, I'm stupid, I should have known. And I was just saying this the other day. We are oblivious to shit. things you don't know, I was saying this the other day, but like I graduate every day off knowledge that I intake, even the knowledge that I put out. So this morning I had another insight. I'm like, yo, I can't even blame myself. How you gonna be mad at yourself for not knowing? How many people do you know are looking for the negative in the circumstance when you care about something? Or when you make up your mind to do something or you love something? When you supposed to be looking for the manipulation? You wasn't. It was never a process in your mind to think, oh, this about to go left. You trying to be free with a new situation, so that speaks volumes on the individual. It don't put you down, it lifts you up. Vibe with me. Walk with me for a minute. Come on. Can't make this shit up, man. You know what I mean? Like, can't make this shit up. As much as we want to, you can't make this shit up. And you know, I already know my mind can be dangerous, but it's my mind. It's just like a car can be dangerous, but it's your car. You better know how to drive that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I can offer somebody. There's nowhere in that plan when you're offering somebody the great parts of yourself that you're thinking into being in a war, or you thinking in like you going into battle with a counter. It doesn't. That's not supposed to, if that's a resonant thought in your mind, something wrong with you. That's some real shit. Something wrong with you. Hold on. And that's okay. Like I said, there's different levels to understanding how you going to deal with yourself and what you going to do. So even when you out here in the world, don't beat yourself up so much from letting things happen to you, because you wasn't expecting that. That's not something you was looking for. Okay, you wasn't out there when you put your love out there. You wasn't thinking that, oh, this is the wrong person for me to love. You wasn't thinking that, oh, let me watch what they do because I think they about to shit on me. You wasn't thinking, oh shit, duck now before I get hit the first time. Nobody thinks these ways. So don't beat yourself up. This is why you're not supposed to add on all that negative energy that comes from the process of you going through the shit that you don't like. When you don't like it, that's just you figuring more shit out about you. That's you figuring more stuff out about yourself, and that's a good thing. Trying to bring a clear understanding of how you deal with yourself is a powerful thing in itself. You know what I mean? And for the most part, a lot of people don't get that true opportunity because they too busy getting nice with the shit they add on to themselves. What I mean by that is you getting real good with the falsified energy or the falsified characters that you add into yourself, so that becomes the new you. It's not too many people in this world can still relate to the child that they was. Like, do you really think you can relate to that little kid that you was? Or you gonna go have a flashback of some more traumatic shit? Like, it get ill like that. You know what I mean? So I know in my short, if anybody seen my short, I know in my short I was like about to start dropping stories. But I think more or less I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point out the relative parts of the situations that's unaware to an individual, which may allow you to slip. So that way I'm only talking from my perspective. And that gives me power, because the lesson's supposed to be you learning yourself. So if you can't see what you possibly might do, if you can't see that, then that's the problem that you're going to have. It's not going to be the individual who's implementing. You need to see how you feel around shit. And that has to be the focus. So if we can make that the focus within a conversation, we'll be able to fix how we look at situations and learn how to deal with that in a different light. You dig where I'm going? Vibe with me. Take this walk. Dig what I'm saying? You already know the vibes. Yeah, man, blame is blame. It is what it is. Some people gonna stay on that mentality because that's how hard the negative energy hit them. It hit them so hard they gotta blame. They gotta throw it out. They got to reciprocate that energy. So just remember, even if something happened to you, when you throw it back out in the blame, it's going to come back to you because you're still throwing it out. You'll find yourself in another situation that you'll watch something play out and you'll still be like, it's their fault this time. Or you'll be in another situation, you'll be like, it's their fault. You'll keep seeing that happen because you ain't learned that it's not about blame. It's about know-how. It's about consciousness, conscious awareness. It's about self-awareness. You know what I mean? It's been plenty of things that happened in my life when I was a kid, unaware to me. I look identical to a lot of niggas in different hoods growing up. I had niggas try to jump me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got jumped when I was in New York. You know what I mean? By some OSB niggas. But then they end up being cool later and shit, like crazy like that. Because they knew I wasn't a dude, but I looked damn near identical to the dude. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes niggas look the same. So perception is half the battle of understanding. So it's how you perceive things. How you going through life believing what you believe in, like what you think you know. Ain't about what they did to you, what you think you know. And if you think you know enough, then proceed. But if you don't know enough, halt your brakes real quick and do some more digging and some more understanding on whatever that situation mathematically may be, spiritually may be, however you got to look into it. Look into that. And after you get that clarity, then you move accordingly. I ain't going to even hold you. I just wanted to bring that jewel real quick. You already know the vibes. NAGA.